Pause button. Notification volume set to 0%.
And once again, it's my pleasure welcoming you to today's edition from my Thinking Corner series. And this is apparently the 7th edition. We'll be treating a topic I have captioned Understanding Your Yesterday, Your Today, and Your Tomorrow. Understanding your yesterday, your today, and your tomorrow. To make progress on this very important topic, we first need to clarify what it means to understand a thing. What do we mean by the term understanding? What does it take to understand a thing? Or what does it require to have an understanding of a thing? In my own view, I see understanding to imply the unraveling of a thing previously enshrouded in some kind of mystery, giving true meaning to a thing, ability to comprehend or grasp a thing exactly as it is, getting to know a thing much better than you previously did. Effectively, understanding is knowledge. For instance, I knew very little about research, if at all, prior to my journey to my PhD research in law. Then I could say I had what I can call peripheral knowledge on how to do some research. But now I know a lot better after I had been subjected to a series of studies by my professors. I believe I can now do extensive research. So, I can now boldly say I have a good understanding of what I have embarked on. By this, I can find clarity and purpose with a defined line of approach. And I think in like manner, it is imperative you subject yourself to a series of studies aimed clearly at increasing your acumen of comprehension for a clearer direction as to what you hope to achieve in life. I know you must have heard of this adage that says, yesterday is a spent check, tomorrow is a promissory note, and today is the only cash you have, so spend it wisely. These are wise words worthy of some thought, worthy of consideration, worthy of attention. But then I ask, what strikes you each time you read or hear of this saying? What conclusion do you draw? Have you ever thought of giving attention to these wise words, or do you just brush them aside as meaning nothing? I'm just curious as a searcher of knowledge, and that's why I'm asking all these questions. I hope in the next few minutes we will attempt to evince some meaning out of this saying and possibly give it a flesh. In one of my earlier editions in this series, I mentioned these three words in the person: yesterday, today, and tomorrow. And I stated that interconnecting these three is time, 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 time. What a precious factor. Each one of us is without doubt indebted to time, and we are all mandatorily accountable to time. There is no mortal flesh on earth that is able to operate outside time. Not one. No, not one. In time, the term equality is truly personified. We all enjoy equal allocations of time, irrespective of one's status. Be you a toddler or an elderly person, a poor man, a pauper, or a multimillionaire. The difference, though, is in time management. So I ask, how do you then manage your time, knowing that your own allocation of time is not infinite? Mahatma Gandhi puts it this way: live as if you were to die tomorrow, learn as if you were to live forever. And I repeat, live as if you were to die tomorrow, but learn as if you were to live forever. How do you spend your every second, every minute, and every hour? Take it or leave it. Your yesterday is indeed a spent check, implying that your yesterday is gone and gone forever, completely irrecoverable, irredeemable, and irretrievable. But even though we cannot bring back our yesterday, yet as humans that we are, I think we are perfectly capable of remembering some, if not all, of the activities that we did yesterday. Yes, I think we can. Indeed, yesterday is gone. But can you for a minute reflect on some of the activities you engaged in your yesterday? Can you? For just 1 minute, think of them. Remind yourself of those activities. How many of them are worthy of emulation? And how many of them are worthy of condemnation? How many of such activities of your yesterday were fruitful or unfruitful? How many of them can be said to be rewarding or otherwise? And hear this: if there is any of your yesterday's activity that is of a good virtue, if there is any of such activity of your yesterday that is rewarding and worthy of emulation, then they deserve the allocation of your time. Listen to this. Your mistakes of yesterday are only there to make you a wiser investor. Your mistakes of yesterday are only there to make you a wiser investor. You are not permitted to repeat today the mistakes of your yesterday. Otherwise, you may be walking on a tightrope, and this is indeed true. But you are, however, permitted to make the best use of your today to the very best of your ability. Invest your time wisely. Spend less time on gossip. Spend less time begrudging. Spend less time on grumbling, murmuring, and complaining, because they can never make any difference. If you like cry from now till tomorrow, it will not make any difference. Complain, grumble, murmur, no difference at all. The very best thing you can do is to see every problem as an open opportunity for you to shine. So, seize such an opportunity. You can be the solution to that problem. Listen to these wise words of Rob Siltanen. I love these words. Here's to the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers, the round pegs in the square holes, the ones who see things differently. They are not fond of rules. They have no respect for the status quo. You can quote them, disagree with them, glorify or vilify them. The only thing you can't do is ignore them. Why? Because they change things. They push the human race forward. And while some may see them as the crazy ones, we see genius. Because the people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do. This is true. The time you spend in grumbling and complaining, you can better invest in thinking of a solution to that challenge. Problems exist for stars to be born. This is amazing. I want to repeat this again. I said problems exist for stars to be born. Few years ago, the world could not do without telegraphing and letter writing, and post offices were booming with activities, and it was taking days, weeks, and months to deliver letters and parcels from place to place. But today, so many solutions now exist. You can bear me witness. There was a time traveling from one place to another was strictly by leg and then by horse. But today, no more. Of course, we all know. We are witnesses to this. I am not in a hurry to forget. I have not forgotten, and I don't think I will ever forget when it was indeed a luxury to own a telephone line in my country, Nigeria. Wow. In a community, it could just be one rich man like that, and every other person would line up to either to receive calls or make calls in turn. But today, no more. Even my little baby, Unique, herself now holds a phone. I remember then when the SIM cards recently came out. I should be among the very few that first bought. I think I paid very close to €100, 38,000 naira to pick a telephone line. But now most companies give lines completely for free. You don't even need to pay to have a line now, and that is time for you. And it took somebody somewhere to think about this, to discover this, and to now make it available to people everywhere in the world. And talk about electricity, one of the greatest inventions of man. Great many examples abound. There are so many of them. And again, according to Mahatma Gandhi, be the change that you wish to see in the world. This is worthy of emphasis. Be the change that you wish to see in the world. Think out of the box today and not tomorrow. Why? Because your tomorrow is most uncertain and you cannot guarantee your tomorrow, which of course is one of the major reasons why it remains nothing more than a promissory note. Issues might crop up leading to its sudden withdrawal, or such a check could bounce. So personally, I bother less about my tomorrow. I spend more time on my today, knowing that my tomorrow may to a large extent depend on what I make out of my today. And that is even if the tomorrow will ever come. Listen, success does not come cheap. Success does not come easy. Don't make any mistake about this. Success doesn't come cheap. Success doesn't come easy. If you are indolent, you cannot be successful. It's not possible. So, have you ever imagined why we need to dig so deep to find gold? Why do you think nature had to hide gold so deep in the ground? Why? Why do you think so? Why not just leave it on the surface so that at a dig we can all find gold and then be stupendously rich? Yes, the road to success is indeed never straight. I must tell you, we need to know this. So you got to be prepared to go the extra mile And again, I say think out of the box. Figure out that idea, that vision, or that dream that has long been deposited in your heart. You might be surprised to discover its value. Sure, force it out and give it a shot. There is no laureate for the unadventurous mind, and indeed, there is no crown for he who fights to give up. Hear this: quitters never win, and of course, winners never quit. So, would you really want to be called a success in this life? Then learn to manage your time wisely, now and not tomorrow. As tomorrow, I repeat, I've been laying emphasis on this, tomorrow may never ever come. Today could be your very last day. So concentrate on making the very best use of your today. Here are the wise words of Mae West, and this is very important, so take note of this. You only live once. Of course, which we all know, they say life has no duplicate, so once you're gone, you're gone. So, you only live once, but if you do it right, once is enough. Again, I want to repeat this. You only live once, but if you do it right, if you get it right, if you live a worthy life, once is enough. And here ends our today's edition on understanding your yesterday, your today, and your tomorrow from my Thinking Corner series. Wow! Please like and share this video and leave the notification button on for more of my videos. And until this time next week, this is me, your very good friend, Sonny Zuriks, admonishing you once more. Please learn to think out of the box. Goodbye, and God bless you richly.